journey within where we all grow.
Welcome to the Harmonic Awakening, the podcast where we explore the intersection of sound and spirituality, where the divine meets the melody. My name is Renita, and today we're diving deep into our final episode of this mini-series and discussing the profound relationship between music and divine revelation. Throughout history, music has been seen not just as an art form, but as a bridge to the divine. From sacred chants in ancient temples to modern-day sound healing, music has always held the power to connect us with the higher realms of consciousness. But what is it about music that can unlock these spiritual experiences? What is it about a simple melody, a harmonious chord, or a rhythmic beat that can lead us to moments of divine revelation? Today, we're going to explore how sound is more than just vibration. It's a language of the soul. How it can awaken something deep inside of us, sometimes beyond words, that brings clarity, peace, and insight. Let's start by looking at music from a spiritual perspective. Many cultures, ancient and modern, have believed that sound itself is sacred. The idea that the universe is made up of sound vibrations is found in everything from the teachings of Pythagoras to Eastern philosophies to the more contemporary field of quantum physics. It's the idea that everything vibrates, whether it's the hum of the earth or the frequencies of the stars. In many ways, sound is the thread that connects all things. One of the most profound examples of music as a path to divine revelation comes from sacred music. Think about Gregorian chants, the meditative hum of mantras, or even the use of solfeggio frequencies. These sound frequencies are said to carry a unique power, a divine resonance that can shift our consciousness and awaken deeper insights. In my personal experience, music has unlocked so many things, whether through playing piano, listening to a specific song, singing something I've written, or even simple subconscious humming. In these moments, it feels as though the music creates a space for the divine to speak. It's as if the boundaries of time and space blur, and something far greater than myself is revealed. So let's talk about sound healing. If you've ever participated in a sound bath, you know how deeply it can affect you, body, mind, and spirit. Instruments like singing bowls, gongs, and tuning forks are used to create vibrations that encourage healing at the cellular level. These frequencies are designed to resonate with the energy centers of the body, often called chakras, and can bring about clarity, peace, and spiritual awakening. Think of how a single note can change the energy of an entire room. The reverberation of sound can clear stagnant energy, uplift the spirit, and open channels to divine insight. One of the most powerful practices is using music as a meditation tool. Sitting with a specific frequency or melody allows it to guide into a deeper state of consciousness. Sometimes the music feels like a conversation with a higher self, guiding toward answers that weren't even being sought. There's a certain magic in the way music taps into the divine, something that transcends language, culture, and even time. I'm reminded of a video I watched of an international meeting of choirs. I'm not exactly sure what the event was, but what was so amazing is that even though none of these people could really speak to one another, they knew the same songs and they still connected. It was a beautiful experience, and it brings about a question to me. Can music be a form of divine revelation? Can a song or a melody or a frequency provide messages from beyond? I believe so. I believe that music can be a channel through which the divine speaks, guiding, comforting, and sometimes transforming in ways that can't always be articulated. Music can serve as divine revelation in several profound ways, acting as a bridge between the physical and spiritual realms. Here are a few specific insights into how music can reveal divine truths, guidance, and presence. First, music as direct divine communication. As I've said before, many spiritual traditions believe that sound is one of the ways the divine speaks to us. So in moments of deep listening, whether it be a piece of music, a chant, or spontaneous melodies, we can receive insights, messages, and emotional clarity that feel as though they come from beyond ourselves. For example, many mystics and composers throughout history have described their music as being given to them rather than created by their own will. Johann Sebastian Bach once said, "The aim and final reason of all music should be none else but the glory of God and the refreshment of the soul." And this suggests very plainly that music itself can be a direct line to divine inspiration. Then we have sound as the blueprint of creation. Many spiritual traditions teach that the universe was created through sound. In the Bible, God speaks creation into existence. Let there be light. In Hinduism, the sound Om is believed to be the primal vibration of creation itself. And this idea aligns with modern physics, which reveals that everything in the universe vibrates at specific frequencies. If divine revelation is about uncovering deeper truths, then music, which is organized vibration, becomes a way to tune into the fundamental powers of the cosmos. And music also induces altered states of consciousness. Certain sounds and rhythms can shift brainwave states, moving us from ordinary consciousness into deeper states of awareness, such as theta, which is meditative, or delta, which is a transcendent state. This is why monks chant, and this is why drumming is used in shamanic journeys. This is why hymns and gospel music bring people to tears or sometimes spiritual ecstasy. These altered states often lead to revelations, insights about our purpose, divine messages, or a feeling of oneness with all things. Music also has a way of bringing around personal revelation through emotional resonance. It has a way of bypassing the logical mind and speaking directly to the heart and soul. How often have you heard a song and suddenly understood something you've been struggling with? Maybe a lyric, a melody, or even just a certain chord progression unlocked an emotion you didn't realize you were holding on to. In these moments, music acts as a messenger, revealing something to you that words alone could not. In many cultures, music connects us with our ancestors and spiritual guides. Indigenous tribes use song and rhythm to communicate with the spirit world. Gospel music in the African American tradition has long been a means of connecting with divine strength and perseverance. When we engage with music that carries sacred history, we're often tapping into wisdom and guidance that has been passed down through generations, just waiting to be heard. Have you ever heard a song at the exact moment you needed its message? Maybe you were struggling with something and the lyrics seemed to answer your question or give you comfort. These synchronicities suggest that music can serve as divine timing, and it reveals what we need to hear exactly when we need it. Ultimately, music is more than just sound. It's a living force that can carry divine presence, whether through chants, melodies, the hum of the wind. Music reminds us that we are always in conversation with something that is greater than ourselves. The key is to listen, not just with our ears, but with our entire being. Before I close today's episode, I want to leave you with a thought to meditate on. When was the last time a piece of music moved you in a way you couldn't explain? That feeling of being deeply connected, of receiving insight, of being led into something greater than yourself. Music has the ability to move us to places where words alone cannot go. It speaks to the soul, and in its resonance, we find a path to divine revelation. As we come to the close of this series, I want to take a moment to reflect on the journey we've taken together through Harmonic Awakening. We've explored the profound connection between sound and spirituality, uncovering how music, frequencies, and vibrations can serve as gateways to deeper understanding, to healing, and to connection with the divine. From sound healing practices to sacred music traditions, we've seen how sound isn't just a sensory experience, but a powerful living force that speaks directly to our souls. For me, the intersection of sound and spirituality has always been one of deep resonance. Sound in all of its forms has the unique ability to break down barriers, whether mental, emotional, or spiritual. It holds the power to shift our consciousness, open us to new dimensions, and even spark moments of divine revelation. Music, as we've explored, isn't just a way to enjoy rhythm and melody. It's a vehicle through which we align with the rhythms of the universe, connect with higher realms, and receive wisdom from the divine. What I've come to understand through this series is that sound is, in many ways, the language of the universe. It exists in everything, from the hum of our own energy fields to the pulse of the earth beneath us. It speaks the same way the wind whispers in the trees or the waves crash against the shore. It's always present, always there to guide us. When we learn to listen, and I mean truly listen, to the sounds around us, we open ourselves to the divine messages they carry. As we move forward, I encourage you to continue exploring how sound can deepen your spiritual practice. Through meditation, music, or the simple sound of your breath, remember that you are always in harmony with the universe. All it takes is the willingness to listen. Thank you for joining me on this transformative journey through Harmonic Awakening. It's been an honor to share this space with you, and I look forward to continuing to explore the many ways sound and spirituality intersect. However, I am thrilled to announce the launch of my next series on the Celestial Circle called Divine Messengers. In my next podcast mini-series, we'll dive deep into the spiritual realm and explore the powerful beings who guide us, angels, spirit guides, ancestors, and other divine messengers. Each episode will uncover how these entities communicate with us, offer wisdom, and help us navigate our spiritual paths. We'll explore ancient traditions, personal stories, and practical ways to connect with these celestial beings, to receive their guidance in our everyday lives. Whether you're seeking clarity, healing, or simply a deeper connection to the divine, Divine Messengers is going to be a space to discover the unseen forces that help shape our spiritual journeys. Get ready to meet the guides who have been with you all along, waiting to be noticed. Stay in tune for the first episode and prepare to awaken to a whole new realm of spiritual connection. So stay tuned for more insights into faith, spirituality, and all the ways we can awaken to our highest selves. I can't wait to see you next week for the first episode of Divine Messengers. Thank you so much for being a part of this harmonic adventure with me. I wish you all the best. Blessed be, my friends.
Celestial circle, celestial circle, celestial circle, celestial circle, magic flow, celestial circle, oh, celestial circle.